playing the music. It's gonna be a perfect day at Coco Cay. Everyone's heading out.
There's already a ship here, so we may not get the best spots.
All right, we made it off the ship. We did it.
Yes.
I don't really know where we're going, but well, Johnny probably does. He did a bunch of research. So
No, I don't know.
we don't know where we're going. We're just gonna follow. Well, we don't want to follow the crowds exactly. I'm gonna go where the crowds are not.
Well, I mean, if we can find that spot on the beach that's far away from the bars and stuff, the restaurant.
Yeah, we can camp out there.
Yeah.
Well, and people probably will grab the closest thing available to them because that's kind of the nature of people.
Yeah.
But there's the perfect day sign over there. It says perfect day.
It's very bright and colorful.
Yeah.
It's very welcoming.
Yeah, it looks nice. There's a beach over there. You see lots of umbrellas.
They have one of those helium balloons like at Downtown Disney or Disney Springs. But I think it said it was like $94 or something to ride that. I'm like, what? It's too expensive.
So we got the main entrance here. We got the water park right at the front. And then...
That looks pretty fun.
Yeah, it does look. They've got a lot of big rides. Those rides look a little bit better than what's on the ship. Perfect day.
I think it costs like
CocoCay.
$107 to go to the water park.
Yeah, it's an extra price, not included with your cruise.
There's a lot of people going though.
Yep.
We have Schlitterbahn. We have Schlitterbahn really close to us in Galveston. And so we can go to water park anytime.
All right, here's our little map and legend. Where are we going, Johnny?
Chill Beach. You want to go to Chill Beach now?
Sure. That's the one you were looking at?
I think it's the beach.
Okay. Well, there's also South Beach.
Where's South Beach?
There's the entrance to Thrill Water Park if you're paying for that. And then over here's the tram. So they actually recommended we take a tram over to South Beach on the other side of the island. And then we're gonna go from there. It's where the trams are. Past the orange umbrellas is what she said. All right, we're gonna grab a tram.
Go to the right when you get off the walkway and you can see the orange umbrellas, and that's where the trams are.
Yep, trams are.
So 3 stops when you go over to the trams. The 3rd stop is South Beach.
The last stop.
We're feeling encouraged because the tram's not even full.
Yeah.
So there might not be very many people over there.
It does look like a lot of people are walking either straight to the Oasis Lagoon pool, which is the mega pool, or the water
I do
park.
want to go see the pool.
Yeah.
We'll go later when people start going back to the ship.
This is the zip line. This is where the employees live.
This is where I don't know where. It only goes 10% of the time?
No, 10 persons at a time.
Oh, 10%. I thought he said it only runs 10%.
You're thinking of the one in Disney Springs. It only goes 10% of the time.
Yeah, or the aqua show.
Those of Hamilton's shady areas, they're first come, first serve. Also free to use. You have the short skirters building straight ahead, deep sea building, jet skis, kayaks, and paddleboard. Also the swimming pigs, tow all glass, bottom boat tow, and sandbar getaway.
All right, so we made it. We're off the tram. We're past South Beach now. We're actually headed to Cove Beach, which is even farther down. Or maybe this was Cove Beach. We're heading farther down Cove Beach. I don't know. The beaches kind of blend into one another, it seems. But there's a little cabana area here right when you get off the tram.
With the day beds.
With the day beds, yeah. So you can just sleep on the beach. But if you head down farther, there's another little area with like... Hopefully, yeah. Because I gave up the last 2 front row seats to come this way. So hopefully there's another little area with maybe some chairs and hammocks.
Yeah,
that's what Johnny was saying. Yeah. Oh, then there's a sign that says the Cove. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some here. And there's plenty available. Oh yeah, this is a little private.
So basically,
nobody
the
knows
further
about
you
this
get
one.
from the food and the alcohol,
Less people.
the less people there are.
Yep. So get away from the amenities and you'll find some privacy.
Found the Cove. There's plenty of open chairs over here. So if you're here and you want to find a place that's a little bit quieter, a little bit further away from where all the people are going, get off at South Beach, and then you have to walk a little ways down, and then you'll see even the first spot that has chairs and stuff, and then you'll see all the day beds. You walk past the day beds, and then there's this little spot with chairs and a couple hammocks, and behind us is like the nature trails. So just keep going far away. You think you're like going too far, but you'll find it. The water here is so still. There's like no waves at all, and it's blue. It looks clear. I can see out pretty far, even just from the beach here. And they rake the beach, it looks like, so there's no seaweed. I will say the beach, like, you can kind of see a girl out there. She's it doesn't look very deep, so there's some balls out there, and he didn't want her walking past the white ball out there, buoy, the white buoy. So it doesn't look like maybe like a swimming beach per se, you know, because you're basically like it looks like the deepest is maybe like waist level. We'll find out when we get in. But so if you're wanting more of like a swimming area, you know, you may want to head to the pool, which we'll go check out later. But for now, this is a good quiet place to like get your book out and just enjoy if you want to take a dip in the ocean. The roosters have come over. Hi, little rooster. Oh, I guess it's not a rooster, it's a chicken. I don't know, is that a rooster or a chicken? There's a chicken. Hi, guys. I don't have any food. Sorry. I heard some clucking. Had to see who was coming to visit me. Oh, there they are. Hi. Hi. I don't have anything. I'm sorry. I don't have anything. Oh! Nope. It's just...
You got a friend.
I found a sleeping man. What are you listening to?
The Hobbit
Oh.
audiobook.
I heard the chickens, and I started filming them and talking about that the chickens were there, the roosters, and I told it didn't have any food, and it pecked me in the arm. I was filming it like this, and I was like, hey, chicken, or whatever I was saying to it, and it like went and I was like, ah. Beware of the chickens.
Attacked by a chicken.
There's a stingray right there. There are lots of shells just right here off the beach. So there's a lot of people like looking for shells, and there's snorkelers. We saw a stingray that swam like right close to the shore, but the snorkelers went out a little bit, and they could see stingrays just not too far, snorkeling right offshore. so bring your snorkel gear if you've got it.
All right, I'm done with my hammock time. The sun started hitting the hammock, so there was another hammock over there that was more shaded, but someone got to that one first. So, and I didn't want to just sit out in the sun. I like the shade. So I came back over to Johnny. But it's been about an hour there.
I told him he should move the lounger over, but...
I'm just sitting in the sand right now. Mm-hmm. It's nice. I'm starting to get a little hungry, actually.
We never told people about our breakfast.
Oh yeah, we had breakfast this morning in the main dining room. And so it's an ordered breakfast. They come out first and they gave us little smoothies. And they offered to get us some like pastries and stuff to start.
Am I in the picture?
And yeah, you're kind of. And then they came and took our order. And so I got like a power wrap. It was like spinach and turkey and mushrooms and cheese. And Johnny got kind of more traditional breakfast.
French toast.
French toast.
Some sausage and a hash brown.
Yeah, sausage and hash brown. And mine was good. Was yours good?
Fruit.
I got a fruit plate. Got some fruit. Pineapple was really good.
Yeah, you can pretty much order whatever you want.
Yeah, so there's a pretty full menu. It's got a bunch of stuff on
And
it.
then they came around with more sausage and bacon. And
Yeah, they came around with a plate of sides if you just wanted to throw like on some hash browns and stuff like that. So it was nice. And
yeah, and it was still pretty fast.
Yeah, it was very fast. They kind of keep it moving, keep everybody moving in and out. So I was on deck 3, which is right where the gangplank is to leave. So
And they do it every morning.
They do it every morning, yeah. But it's convenient if you catch it like right before you want to go, because if you kind of time it right, you could theoretically just walk right out after you eat breakfast and be on the port or wherever you are that day. But we liked it. I would do it again. I would eat that breakfast again for sure. It was very good. But back to chill time, just relaxing on the beach. It's very quiet here.
The snack stands are about to open.
Snack stands are about to open up, so people. Looks like someone maybe already got a snack.
I might try a burger. I might try a burger today.
Yeah, could do a burger.
I think I'm gonna try a burger. I haven't had a burger all
They also have funnel cake here.
Yeah, they have funnel cakes, and everybody, when I was watching vlogs, said to try the mozzarella sticks. So we're gonna try the mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
So.
Well, some people, there's like a secret menu item you can get. You add the mozzarella sticks to the chicken sandwich. Make like a chicken parm sandwich. But I'm just gonna do a burger.
I could try that actually. I might do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we'll get some snacks and just continue.
There's also like some buffets. There's 2 buffets that are complimentary, but they're not near us, so I don't think we want to take a trim.
We could stop by and check them out, I guess, on the way to the pool if we go to the pool.
Yeah, we can check them out later, but
yeah,
we don't want to go too far.
For now, we're gonna enjoy our little quiet beach. But yeah, there's no one. I mean, if you look behind us, it's almost all empty seats.
There's more than there was this morning, but
Yeah,
it's still a lot of open area.
very quiet, and no one really in the water. There is a rooster.
My rooster friend's back. He's like harassing everybody. He just keeps like crowing at everybody, and I told the neighbors that sat over here, I said, watch out for him because he pecked me earlier.
Grabbed a beanbag, put it in the shady part next to Johnny here. It's pretty comfortable, actually.
Try to avoid the rooster. So you don't have to sit in the sand.
Yeah.
You can sit on the
Sit on a
beanbag in the shade. So you can move the beanbags to the shade. We're walking back to South Beach, so you can see here they have like all the day beds. So you walk by the day beds to get to the Cove. And then you can see down here is South Beach.
And it's the one that charges.
And there's a lot more like chairs and casitas, and it's where like the snack shack, and there's the South Beach bar over here. So yeah, when you get to South Beach, there's a little more activity.
But do you think it was worth the money?
These little casitas are cool because they have like 4 chairs, and then inside of the casita it looks like it's like a little couch, and they have servers that will bring you drinks and food. So they're kind of pricey, kind of spendy, but If you're here with like a big family, it might be worth it.
There's definitely a little bit different vibe of it. So this is South Beach that we're on now, but it's definitely a different vibe. It's way more crowded. Every seat looks full.
Got a lot more activity. A lot more activities happening in the water.
But the sand is a little bit nicer, I noticed. Like there's not as many shells.
Yeah, there's not as many shells. The sand is nicer.
A little more fine.
And it's a little more like when you entry, the beach entry is a little less like rocky and sandy.
Yeah. It still is not deep though.
No.
So it's very
really nice.
It's very like wadey beaches here. It seems like not really any like deep beaches or anything.
This feels more like a party, a little more of a party vibe though. So I mean, you may like that. Like if you like that,
yeah. If
go
you
to
want
South Beach.
Like there's music playing because
there's music playing.
The snack shop is right here. The bars are right here. So there's a lot more like social stuff going on.
Yeah.
For sure. This pineapple is delicious. It's like so juicy and sweet tasting. It's very good. This is like island pineapple. It's not quite as good as Hawaiian pineapple, like fresh Hawaiian pineapple, but it's very, very close. Definitely better than what you can get in Texas. Going everywhere.
Juicy.
Very juicy. The sandwich. So I got the Parmesan chicken sandwich. It was like the chicken sandwich, but I asked them to put some mozzarella sticks on top, and it was good. It was wasn't like amazing. It did make the chicken sandwich taste better. I think it added a little extra cheesiness to it, but I don't think it was like incredible or anything. But it was pretty good, and they have some chocolate chip cookies. They're pretty good too. Not quite as good as like the mudslide cookie on the ship though, but they're not bad. And we got some mango juice, some tropical mango juice, and it's pretty good too. So, how's your burger? Burger's okay?
Yeah.
Burger's okay. So, everything's pretty good. Yeah, it's all pretty good.
While we were still over here, I decided to try the funnel cake. It's like a little bit warm still, so they're obviously making them somewhat fresh. Pretty generous with the powdered sugar. Let's see how it goes. It's good. It's a good size too. It's not like a giant funnel cake like you get. It's a good size funnel cake. It's not like the giant ones that you would get at like the fair or a theme park. So it's kind of like a personal size funnel cake. It's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly. Pretty chilly in the water. But there's lots of people out though. It's very pretty. Just here in the middle of the Caribbean. Forgotten spot in the Caribbean. Forgotten spot in the Caribbean.
Caribbean's the forgotten spot.
It's from Hamilton.
Ryan won't come out.
I feel like this is good. The water does feel good once you get used to it. It feels good.
When you let the sun burn your shoulders a little bit, then it gets easier to get in the cool water.
All right, we're gonna go on the nature trail here. Do some walking on the nature trail.
Right next to the cove.
Yeah, the entrance or exit, I guess depending on which way you're coming from, is literally spits out at the cove. So you can either walk down the nature trail to the Cove beach, or you can go to the Cove beach and then do some nature trail hiking afterwards.
It's about 2:30. It's about 2:30 and like the water has like really cleared out. So I don't know if people are kind of like us. We're gonna shift around a little bit, go explore some other areas, or if people start heading back to the ship. I don't know.
Well, they could just be tired of being in the water and they're just laying out.
Yeah, it could be that too.
Because there are some people starting to get up though, even where we were. There were a few.
Yeah, there was
people
a few chairs clearing out and stuff.
Yeah, that were getting up and going somewhere. I don't know.
So we're gonna explore a little bit. We're gonna do this nature trail, and then we're gonna maybe check out the pool, the big Oasis pool.
Yeah, and we might go look at one of the buffet buildings just to see what it looks like.
Yeah, so I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
This is this nature trail has like names of the trees.
Yep.
Gives you information.
See all the info on the Caribbean wildlife, which is fun.
It says it survived the 1906 earthquake and fires in San Francisco. That kind of wood. Lignum vitae.
The gum tree.
Oh yeah, gum tree.
Birch gum. They call the gum tree, also call it the tourist tree, sometimes because if you rub it, it will peel off in layers, kind of like tourists do when they spend too much time in the Bahamian sun. So just like your skin rubs off.
The tree rubs off. The poisonwood tree says not to touch it, but I'm not sure which one it is. Watch your step on this. It's got some uneven rocks, so watch your step on the nature trail.
We're coming to the end of it.
It's not very long. It's a pretty short little trail, so if you're nearby, short walk.
Alright, so we're walking over to the Oasis Lagoon from Cove Beach. The trams don't run point to point like they do when everyone arrives. So right now, if you're coming from Cove Beach and you want to take a tram somewhere, the only place you can take a tram to is the main entrance where the cruise ships are. And then you can take other trams from there to go to other places if you want. So you can do like a transfer. But we're still kind of exploring, so we're just walking along.
This looks like a nice little walk though.
Yeah, there's a little footpath here that we're taking.
And it's covered with sand, so you can like, walk barefoot.
And it's hard sand, so you can also just wear shoes if you want to wear shoes.
I think it's like cement with sand covering it.
Yeah. So
but it's like tree lined, so it's like a nice little walk. So
yeah, it's a nice walk. It's shaded. We're about to walk past the up and away balloon. So we'll get to see that. So I kind of get a nice little walking path. We were coming up on Oasis Lagoon. That was like a 6-minute walk. I mean, it's a small island, so I think everything is relatively close together. But this is Oasis Lagoon. This is the largest freshwater pool in the Caribbean. It is very large. And there's still chairs you can put stuff on.
you want to grab a chair, put our stuff on?
Yeah, we can just throw our stuff on a chair and then we can get in the pool.
We were able to just walk up and like grab a chair here and put our stuff down. Here we're at the pool. There's a lot of chairs that are cleared out that I'm assuming probably earlier today just were probably jam-packed, but people have already started, I guess, leaving or going to different areas. So if you kind of switch it up like later in the afternoon, you can go explore other parts and you can still get your chairs. So I'll just do a quick sweep. You can kind of see how busy it is. You can see like bunches of empty chairs over here. Ryan just said some people could maybe just go back to the ship to eat lunch or whatever. Specialty dining. I don't know. So they yeah.
Or they could say go to the beach in the morning, go back and ride
go to the beach. Oh yeah, he said they might be like going back to the pool to do like the water slides or flow ride or stuff like that are like usually busy. So anyway, I don't know where people are, but good news for us. We were able to come to the pool and find a chair, put our stuff down. So.
All right, the pool is as cold, if not colder, than the ocean.
It's just as cold as the ocean was.
Yeah.
Ah!
It'll feel good though once you get in it.
Yeah, we'll try to get acclimated.
But it's fairly crowded. You can see.
It's huge though.
It is gigantic. Yeah. I mean, compared to the pools on the ship, where this many people would not even come close to fitting in one of them.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of open space for you to play around in.
And it's not deep. Like here, it's 3 foot 6 inches, like through most of it. There's a 0 entry side.
Yeah.
Like there's a 0 entry where you can kind of.
There's a 0 entry over there behind us where most people are. And then there's the little waiter chair area over there. And then there's like this kind of a deep standy area over here. And I think there's a swim up, maybe on the other side there's like a swim up bar, maybe?
I don't know. You know what would be cool if they made this a lazy river?
Yeah.
Does the water park here have a lazy river?
I don't know.
I like lazy rivers. That would be cool if this whole island could have like a lazy river that's encircled it. Or like that would dump you off into certain areas, like into certain pools or into certain beaches. That would be cool.
That would be cool, yeah.
Hey, Royal.
Feedback.
There's an idea for a giant lazy river.
Feedback for Royal. The pool goes all the way around, and then there's a whole nother side of the pool over here where the bar is. The bar appears to be pretty crowded.
Oh, let's go walk under that bridge over there.
Okay, we'll go under the bridge.
There's like a little bridge right there.
Yeah. This side of the pool, though, there's like no one in right now. That's what people like the zero entry part.
Well, because little kids can play. It's more shallow.
Yeah.
Everybody's in the paid pool areas. This pool's cleared out.
Yeah. Or they're heading out.
I did have several people tell me, well, I talked to at least 2 families that said they'd done Hideaway Beach here. It's the adults only area. And they said that that was like definitely worth it. I guess if you could find like, if you can make sure you find a deal. I think they run like specials throughout the year.
It was $79 today.
Yeah, it was $79.
But it was
today.
sold out within minutes of us getting here.
I had seen a lot of people online and Facebook groups say that they probably wouldn't pay more than like $40 or $50 for it, but that if you can find it for that, it's really worth it. Yeah. Just bite the bullet. Just bite the bullet. It gets cold.
Sorry, my lens is fogging up a bunch because it's so cold. Yeah, so the bar's here, people hanging out, getting drinks.
Can you use your drink package here?
Yeah, you can. So people are using their drink packages. We're wrapping up our day here at Coco Cay. It is after 4 o'clock. So we're gonna start heading back to the ship. We couldn't actually go by the buffet.
It's pretty cleared out now.
Yeah, we're kind of the last ones here. We're shutting it down.
The other ship had an all aboard time of 4:30.
Yeah. So they're about to leave.
Yeah.
But we got a little bit more time. But we do want to still go to our dining room time. We're gonna go in a little bit later. We won't go like at 5, but we don't want to go like super late just to, you know, give enough time to eat. So we're gonna head on back. The buffet's closed at 3. We didn't know they closed at 3, so by the time we realized that, they were already closed. So unfortunately we can't show the buffets, but I'm sure there's plenty of other videos out there that show the buffets on CocoCay. But yeah, so we're gonna head back. We got some great time hanging out by the pool and relaxing, and now we're gonna.
Now it's like.
Yeah, there's no one here now. If you want to know the time to come to Coco Cay, about 40 minutes before your boat leaves. It's pretty dead. It's a good time to go knock stuff out. So there's we found out on the tram there's like over 700 employees, crew that like live on the island and take care of the ships that come in every day. So they have a whole little village on one side of the island that they all live in and work out of. So that was kind of a cool fact. It'd be an interesting job, just live on a private island 8-9 months out of the year and work. They get I'm sure they have to do a lot of recovery after everyone leaves, so I don't think they're done like at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But they don't have to work all night like a lot of people on the ship do and stuff. So but anyway, we're gonna head back, we're gonna get cleaned up, and then we're gonna do our final dinner in the main dining room. So we'll see you there. This is Splashaway Bay. This is the kids area. It's a big kids area. Lots of water slides, kid water slides, play area.
Yeah, this looks fun.
Pretty nice, pretty good size.
Those slides look cool.
Lots of shady area too.
Yeah.
And then you've got a little shop over here where you can buy your CocoCay merch. And then of course the water park's over here to the left. Those slides look pretty cool. Daredevil Tower. That's what that's called. So, nice little shaded walkway back to the ship. There's a musical playground apparently over there. And then we'll have the farewell music playing here as we walk out.
There's a lot of good shady spots on the island. Lots of umbrellas, like
yeah.
The walkways are shady, like either with trees or like this has cover.
Yeah, they've done a real good job providing a lot of cover. You don't really have to be in the sun out here if you don't want to be.
We weren't really in the sun all day.
We were able to hang out in the shade, except for when we were in the water.
Yeah.
So, not too bad, not too bad. It was a little colder today than I was expecting. There's Captain Jack's. And then here we are back at the main entrance again. Heading back to the ship.
There's Chill Highway.
Oh, there's the sandcastle over here. Little royal sand art.
The Royal Caribbean symbol.
Looks pretty nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well done. And that's a wrap on our peaceful, sun-soaked day at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. From hanging out in the lagoon to sipping drinks with an ocean view, this little slice of paradise was everything we had hoped for and more. Royal Caribbean really knows how to make a relaxing escape, and this was the perfect balance of chill vibes and island adventure. Thanks for spending a day with us and going shore to shore. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you won't miss our last and final cruise video that's coming up, plus more travel adventures. Drop a comment below and let us know, would you rather hang out on the beach or hang out in the lagoon at Coco Cay?